100%.
Okay, so against Helena's goodwill,
Video number 2.
I'm doing another video, and this is going to be about a few years ago. Personally, me and my mate Ollie, we got dared if we couldn't eat meat for a day. And I didn't eat meat for a day, it turned into a week. And then like 2 years later, here we are not eating
You're
meat.
vegan.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I met Helena, and she also kind of, she doesn't eat meat, and she's vegetarian with a little bit more relaxed than I am, but I'm not fully vegan. But somewhere in between, we're just going to have a conversation a little bit about how that comes about and how to do it more on a healthy point of view rather than just flattening a load of shit, which a lot of people end up doing when they turn vegan. We watched a documentary the other day, or Offended, telling us about it. What was that about?
So basically people are under the impression that eating, because something's vegan, it's healthy. And if you actually look at the back of packets, it's not hard to see that the vegan stuff more than likely has more calories in it. Like, if you're looking at things like burgers or like pies or anything like that that's vegan, it is high in calories. So unless you're aware of what you're eating, that could be an issue. Like, people going vegan for like animals might not be as bothered about like the calorie content, but if you're going vegan for health reasons, it is a good idea to start. It sounds silly, but filling your plate with your fruits and your veggies before you're filling it with like the meat alternatives.
100%, absolutely agreed. So for me, when it comes to food, basically all we're actually looking to do is balance out our micro and macronutrient content. So we can do this however we eat. It doesn't actually fucking matter whether we're vegan, whether we eat meat, whatever. All we're actually looking to do is provide ourselves with enough nutrition. Now, back in the 90s, when sort of veganism would have been, when I was younger, you'd see a vegan and they just look fucked. Yeah, they look like they're gonna die. Yeah, and you can't possibly be vegan and be healthy. And pretty much what they were doing, they'd have like chip butties and stuff like that, and that's how they had their life. They have pasta, vegan cheeses, and their life looked like they're absolutely fucked and they're skinny as hell. Or on the flip side of it, they eat that many calories because they're flat out on just simple carbohydrates. They just get fat and they're malnourished. They're either malnourished up or they're malnourished down. So they're eating far too much, or they're just eating shit. So they either look like a bag of bones or they look absolutely terrible. So we were just having a conversation then, and Helena struck on it. It's about being really wise and then learning the food that you're eating. And you're talking about them burgers that you're on about. It's a good example.
So the variety, you look in a supermarket, any supermarket now, you go to the freezer section, look at the veggie options, the vegan options. There is so much to choose from. But if you look at the back of a packet, one burger might have 300 calories in it. You look at the back of another one, it's got 140, but it's got nearly triple the amount of protein in it. So I was messaging my sister earlier, and she's doing what I did a few months ago. She's cutting out meat, she's going more plant-based, and she likes the bean burgers from Tesco, but I know myself that there isn't much protein in them. It's quite high in calories, but they're nice. But she could be eating something that maybe has like 60 to 70 calories less, more protein, and she could eat 2 of them happily, and they're probably going to benefit her more by eating that. But it's knowing the difference, and she doesn't yet know that could have an impact on her.
Right.
On her weight, on anything, or like how she's feeling, or her exercise. But I'm like trying to teach her the ways, not just telling her what to eat. Yes, she has to make the decisions, and she is learning, but also like showing her why that these choices are being made.
Which is, for me now, going off what Helena's just saying there, it is so easy when you cut out meat and cut out sort of animal options just to revert to eating a load of crap, which is, it's easy for anybody to do that now. What we said in the video about food a minute ago is we start with plants. If we're eating plants, you've nailed the vegan thing straight away. Now, to expect people to go from eating like an animal diet just to eating plants, it pretty much isn't going to happen. You have to be a bit crazy like myself, who does it like if someone dares me or something like that, which you're not going to get many people be like, oh, I dare you not to eat this, right? Sound. So when you're taking away things like cheeses and milks and fish and chicken and all that lot, a lot of this is staple part of your diet now.
It can be done, and
it can
people
yeah.
won't know what to do. Like, it's like completely throwing the spanner in the works, doing it all in one go, isn't it? Like you said.
It is, yeah. If you're doing it all in one go, it probably isn't going to happen for you. Now, like, even for me, and I have a decent knowledge of nutrition, is that it didn't happen that simply. I actually probably did lose a little bit of weight, probably a little bit of muscle. Now over the time, I've learned and I've packed it back on again, and I'm happy where I'm at. But what you have to do is take small steps. So a lot of people do it for the ethical side, and I think to myself, mine is more an ethical thing. It started out as more of a health thing, but now I've read a lot about it, and you know, I'm disappointed by the way that we do treat the animals and things like that, and I do feel like mine is an ethical point of view, but the ethical thing also helps me live a healthier lifestyle, so they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So whichever way you're coming at it from, you've got to look after yourself first, not think about the animals first. That's cool, but if you're thinking about the animals at the expense of your own health, this is really counterproductive for your future and everyone's future, sort of the planet's future really. You've got to look after self first, and when we transition, have as many plants as you can. So you want to eat if you want to carry on eating a little bit of meat, maybe eat it 2 or 3 times a week instead of every day. Or say, if you were flat out on milk, can we replace it with like a soy option, or chocolate milk, Alpro chocolate, or can we replace it with like an oat milk? Or, you know, if you're having lattes every day but you're thinking I don't want animal products, can we have an almond milk latte?
It's
something
just
like little,
maybe one meal a day, just swap out a meat option and just think, what else could I have on that plate?
Yeah.
That maybe I've not eaten before or not eaten for a while. Maybe like you'd never go and look at the tin section, but actually there's chickpeas, butter beans, mixed beans, anything, jackfruit that you've probably never had before. Like,
some of it's delicious.
Or never thought to even look at.
A lentil dal.
Oh my gosh.
10 out of 10. What else have we got that we absolutely love? I mean, we love the Linda McCartney's range there. That's really, really nice. When I go if I go out for a meal, so we have like a superfood salad. And although I don't think there's such thing as a super fucking food, they taste pretty friggin' super. And they're very high in nutrients, and they're very high in protein, and they're very satisfying, and they feel very light on your digestion and all that lot. And one thing that I will take from transferring over from eating a more meat-based diet into a more plant-based diet is that my digestion is brilliant and I feel great. Yeah, I don't want to say like, you know, you shit 3 times a day, but it's not bad, and you do feel miles better in that sense. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that we probably should eat plants. We should eat what the world actually provides us, and we're eating a lot of processed food. And when you do transition over to that sort of vegan and vegetarian style, you will inevitably start out by eating a lot of processed stuff, and we want to try and avoid that a little bit. But everything has a process, but if we can limit the amount of processed food we have and just go down the plants, like Helen said, the lentils, the beans, you know, bean chili, whole foods, things, you know, we've got couscous and quinoa.
Yeah, complex carbs.
We've got everything. We get the nuts in there, we eat a lot of fruit. We have soy yogurt instead of real yogurt.
It tastes better, I think.
It does taste better, it tastes cleaner. And the transition is over a period of time, so don't try and go, if you're thinking about going vegetarian or going a little bit more plant-based, don't just try and do it overnight. I remember my sister years ago used to say to me, you know, eat vegetarian, it's really good. I used to fucking laugh at her, yeah? And you know, like I said previously, I have eaten every single method possible, but I will probably eat like this for the rest of my life, I think, because it's probably the best I've felt. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. If someone said to me 2 years ago that I would stop eating meat and be pretty much vegan, batter a few things, I'd have been like, no chance.
Yeah, they'll laugh at.
But until you actually do it, until you actually like feel
clean.
The difference.
Yeah.
But it's not even like, I wouldn't even label it, like we don't do labels.
No.
It's not even being vegan or vegetarian. It's just having that wide variety of food.
Yeah.
Like plants.
Plants.
Basically.
Eat more plants.
Eat more plants.
That's the message, really. And fuck me, we eat loads of plants. I wish that my next step really is to find a place where I can grow my own food, and then, you know, I'm fucking old now, so this is where I've arrived in my life. But I feel even like Helena, like she's 20 years old and she's eating this way. She'll probably eat like this now for the rest of her life. And like she'll have that benefit in 17 years time when she's my age. I wonder how good her health will be compared to mine is now, because I almost feel like a little bit of my journey finding this place has been to almost damage my body a little bit and not live a healthy lifestyle, although I was living it to the healthiest of my knowledge. But where I arrive now, if Helena lives like this for 17 years, how good will her health be? And I think it'll be absolutely brilliant. It'll allow her to live a longer, better life, better growth, better muscle growth, better longevity. I really believe that the more plant-based we go, and I'm actually not even saying that if you like to eat some meat, don't eat meat at all.
Yeah, that's not the thing. Like, if you want to eat meat, like, it's fine, but it's the
what you add to it.
Yeah, it's the focus on the variety of vegetables. Like, people probably stick to the same 2 vegetables that they eat every day, but it's having that ability to get more in, fill your plate with that, like we said, and then add your meat or your protein or whatever. But it's the things that take up the majority of your plate that matter.
Yeah, 100%. And we basically putting on plants most of the time. So I'd say in summary, what if we are looking to go a little bit more plant-based, it's a slow and steady process. Don't try and just change the world overnight. Nothing changes that fast, and if you do, you're sort of amongst the minority. So it might be that you just start to add a few more plants here and there. Make sure you get your 5 fruit and veg in. Maybe substitute 5 a day, twice a day even. That's even better. I'm a big. I love that thing. I could eat 10 veg all day. No problem. Most people can't. Away from that, then maybe if you say you have something like a curry or something like that, could we have a vegetable curry? Could we have things like tofu? Could we have things like lentils? So it doesn't have to be meat. I'm not even saying go for things like corn and stuff like that. Go for your beans and bean chilies instead of meat chilies and things of that nature. You don't have to be going into things that are sort of substitutes. They don't have to be substitutes. There is food out there that provides you with the nutrition needed without having
to go for like veggie sausages.
Exactly. So we almost think we need a sausage because it's a sausage, but it's not fucking sausage. It's just shaped exactly the same. It's something completely different. So don't get railroaded into believing that you either need meat or you need vegetarian. It's all just food. It's just learning what is in the food and what you need, and that's the important thing. Anything else to add on that?
That's it.
Fucked walking up the hill.
That was a big hill. I had that.
Alright, cheers. Hope that's helpful. Bye bye.